Good day, everybody. Welcome to episode 3 of Racers Fast 5. I have forgone the good day A. I'm still trying to come up with a catchphrase. Dylan from Noble Records has, hey everybody, this is Dylan, coming at you with a new video. Abby from Vinyl Mondays has, hi, I'm Abby. I've got a lot of records. I'm trying to incorporate the Canadian thing, but I don't know for sure that good day A works. So that's what I'm going with for now. But welcome to Racers Fast 5. All right, once again, everybody, welcome back to another episode 3, in fact, of Racers Fast 5. If this is by chance your first time tuning in, I'll go over what the deal is here. I'm going to take 5 albums. I'm going to show you 5 albums. They all have something in common. Now, it could have something to do with the album cover. It could have something to do with the songs. It could have something to do with the band members. It could have something to do with what I say in the video. There's lots of different things that will tie the 5 of them together as we move through this series, if I keep doing it, which I hope to. And there could be more than one thing. Maybe you'll come up with something that I didn't think of. But in my head, as I do these videos, or as I pick the albums, there is 5 albums, and there's a common ground in my mind, for lack of the proper term. Again, if this is also your first time watching, I do not edit. So, you get it all. Right from, what's the word? Right from the horse's mouth? Sure, we'll go with that. Anyway, yeah, real quick, hey, check it out. This is my Power Trip shirt. Racer, as you can see, I got the, I gotta remember the cameras backwards. I got the most redneck shirt that I could buy at Power Trip down in Indio, California earlier this year. What a fantastic show. It was unbelievable. And there might be a Fast 5 about it later, possibly. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But I wanted to show off my shirt a little bit anyway. Again, the most redneck shirt that you could buy, and I bought it. Also, do want to point out the 23s are not because of Bubba Wallace, although, you know, it's a kind of a NASCAR car, and Bubba's number's 23. That's not what it is. It was 2023. That's why. All right, let's get on to today's Fast 5. Your goal is to figure out what ties these 5 albums together. All right, so again, could be something on the cover, the songs, the artists, what I say. It could be anything. So here we go. Let's start off with number 1 is Miss Pat Benatar. And I'm going to come up with a way to hold these albums. Let's do that. I'll hold Pat's elbow for a little bit. I had a chance to see Pat Benatar forever ago, back probably, I think, for this album, at the Centennial Auditorium in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, for my Saskatoon fans out there. Now it's got some corporate name, but it is always will be the Centennial Auditorium. Anyway, forever and a day ago, had a chance to see Pat Benatar. Would go again. She's still out there. Her and her husband are still getting her done. Inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which we're not going to get into, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and my thoughts on that, not today anyway, recently. So cool to see. But there's number 1, Pat Benatar. All right, number 2, and I'm going to be honest with you. This one, I don't know if stretch is the right word, but you're going to have to think maybe outside the box on putting what the thing is that ties these 5 together. All right. Again, no edits, so you get face scratches. Next up is none other than Miss Shania Twain. The Queen of Me is the album. I didn't show you the back of the last one because it could be something on the back of the album too. So let's do that quick because it could be the front, could be the back, could be the songs, could be whatever. Lots of different things, but I forgot I always showed the front and the back. Anyway, so Shania Twain, Queen of Me, had the opportunity to see Shania twice this year. It was great in Ottawa for Blues Fest, and then most recently in Saskatoon, but at Sask Place. Yes, as well, having a corporate sponsor, but they're not my sponsor, so I'm just going to call it Sask Place. But fantastic show. I enjoy Shania. I wouldn't say that I'm a huge fan by any means. But obviously, if you're Canadian, you know of Shania, and she has done some fantastic work and done some great work for women in the industry, lots of different things. She also has a really, really good band, really good band. One member of which is Corey Churko out of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, also in the band Took, which I'm going to go see at the end of the month. So, again, saw Shania a couple of times this year at Blues Fest in Ottawa, as well in Saskatoon most recently. Great show, great stage, sings well, awesome band, and does everything that you want to hear of her. So, from her. And up next is Lee Aaron, the metal queen herself. Had a chance to see Lee, and I've seen her before, but had a chance to see her this year at a little festival that they call Shake the Lake here in Regina, and she still sounds fantastic. Really, really good. Her band was great. I didn't pick any specific album other than this one. Not exactly the look I think that Lee goes for anymore, but still, I don't think she ever, I think she owned it all along, and actually had a chance to meet her a number of years ago. I was a DJ at a bar up in Saskatoon that had DJ music most of the time, but then had live bands come through as well, and Lee was playing, so had a chance to meet her. Super awesome lady. That was back in the day, and just seems like she's very cool now. So yeah, had the opportunity to see her this year as well. So there you go. It's been a good year for some concerts for me. Up next is J.J. Wild. I know Canadians will probably have heard of J.J. I'm not sure if everybody else around the world has heard of J.J. Wild or not, but if you haven't, make sure that you seek out this album. She also has a brand new song out called Hands. The video is out there in YouTube. What's not on YouTube. Good song. She's got an EP that was out a little while ago. She does a really, really good version of Stop Dragging My Heart Around, Stevie Nicks, Tom Petty song, but it's her, and it is Brett from the Glorious Sons. So make sure you look for that. That's just going to be streaming. So, but this is the only full album that J.J. Wild and the band have out for right now. But had a chance to see them last year. They opened up for Same Said Glorious Sons, and just great, good live, very good live, outstanding band, great musicians, and she's from Canada, eh? Damn, I pointed to the wrong spot again. Canadian. Good Canadian kid. So, other than the smoking, but you can't hold that against her. Some autographs on here from the band, as well as JJ herself. So, yeah, great album. Had a chance to see her last year opening up for the Glorious Sons. She did a little bit of a Canadian solo tour. She's done a ton of festivals around the world. So, if you have seen her, you'll know. And if you haven't, you should. So, go see JJ Wild. All right, one more to finish off the 5. Here we go. The last one is, I'm going to call her my childhood through adulthood up until today's crush. And I think that my wife knows that. She's got her guys that she likes, but my crush has always been Joan Jett. Back in the day, of course, we all know the album that had I Love Rock and Roll on it, which was actually her second album. And I just remember back in the day, there was a pinball arcade, again in Saskatoon, in the mall right by Smitty's. And then it turned into a different place. But anyway, this will only matter to a few people. Anyway, it was a pinball arcade back in the day, not of this album, because this was later, but the I Love Rock and Roll album, and of course the single came out, and it was on the jukebox constantly. You played pinball and you listened to Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll. That's what you did. And did you know that I Love Rock and Roll is a cover? You do now, but I can't remember the band that originally did it. Okay, so, but I had a chance to see Joan a long time ago, and I'd love to see her again, and she's out on tour with Alanis Morissette, one Canadian date, and we won't talk about bands that do one Canadian dates either, but, well, we will, but again, not today. So you get an opportunity if you're in the right place to go see Joan Jett. She was part of the tour that Def Leppard, Motley Crue, and Poison were doing, and I would have gone to see most of those, but not so much Crew anymore from what I've heard. I could be wrong because I haven't seen them for a while, and I have seen them before and they're outstanding, but I would have loved to have seen Joan one more time, and maybe they add some dates, her and Alanis. I'd go see Alanis Morissette as well. So, got to see her though, however, a long time ago, opened for Robert Plant. I'm not sure if you've heard of him or not. He was in a band. Look him up. So, there you go. All right, one more time for the 5 for you to figure out what ties these 5 together. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, front and back. And this time, I'm not holding it upside down. It goes upside down. There. Okay? Cool. So, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, and as well, J.J. Wilde and the band. Can't forget the band. There's some great musicians on there. I don't know any of their names, but anyway. Lee Aaron, front and back. It could have anything to do with the songs, with the performers, with something I've said in the video. Shania Twain, Queen of Me, backside. Not very much on the backside. This one is, here, what the heck? Well, we have a second. These aren't going to be super long. I'm going to try and keep these down to around 10 minutes, and I'm at 11, so I'm going to shut her down right away. But there's the inside gatefold, which in this case has nothing to do with it. I just pulled it out because it is the pinkest, which is going to look red on the video, the pinkest vinyl you could find. And last but not least is Pat Benatar. Back to the album In the Heat of the Night, but it might not have anything to do with that album. It might not have anything to do with Pat. Yeah, it has something to do with Pat. Anyway, so there you go. That is the last of the 5. It's up to you to figure out, and in the comments, give me your answer. What ties those 5 albums together? Again, there could be more than one thing, but I have it in my mind what it is for me that ties those 5 albums together. So put that in the comments. Once again, this is not a competition. It is only an exhibition. Please, no wagering. And thanks very much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, notify, all that stuff. You know all that stuff. And again, thanks for watching. Every Tuesday and Friday, there will be a new version of Racers Fast 5. Thanks for tuning in.